guys an update on my mini garden from my last video. So first up, right outside the door, we have some iceberg lettuce. We have one big pot and one small pot. Right next to the small pot of lettuce, we have a small little spider plant. Close by to the lettuce, we have two tomato plants. These are both Super Sweet 100 varieties. These are both the plants that I planted from seed. This is my first time growing tomatoes from seed, and I'm actually surprised at how well they're doing. Over here, we have some bush beans I'm growing from seed, and as you can see, they're already starting to form flowers, which means fairly soon we'll start to see some bush beans forming. Right in this planter, I have two pepper plants that I got from a garden shop. One of them is a sweet yellow pepper that's called Early Summer, and the other one is a sweet banana pepper plant. Here's a garden space where I planted things in the ground, and yes, there's a chicken. Starting over on this side, we have two types of bean plants. This row is black turtle bean plants, and this other row is a row of green beans. Over in the middle, we have cucumbers that are just starting to pop up, and on this side, you don't really see much, but that's because I had to replant them, and I planted here instead some sugar snap peas and a different type of carrot. In this covered up section, we have some strawberries. We're finally starting to get some fruit in, but unfortunately, we've had a lot of trouble with animals eating them and also some mold, as expected with strawberries. But as you can see, we do have a red one and a few green ones, so I'm hoping at some point we'll be able to eat some. We got a bunch more plants from a garden shop for the most part, and I want to show you some that are over here. This is where you're going to be seeing a lot of tomatoes. We have two here from a garden shop. This one is red grape tomatoes, which is a cherry variety, and it already has a tomato forming. Here we have two more pots of tomatoes. These ones are called Better Boys. And these cherry tomatoes are called Sugar Rush. In this container, we have two cucumber plants and two squash plants. Right here, I just recently planted some bush beans, and then I have a small Alliance pepper plant. As you can tell, I like tomatoes, so I have three more tomato plants. One of these is Wisconsin 55, and the other is Jetstar. Right over here, I have a little Bing tomato plant, and I found out that this plant has tomatoes that take a few weeks to ripen. So finally, I'm getting some that are ripening, and I tried one today, and they're actually pretty good. Finally, I have a few indoor plants. I have a mixed variety lettuce and more iceberg lettuce that I have starting out, and I also have a few spider plants and a dragon fruit plant. I also had a small harvest today, and it was really good.